Hi there, guys. I hope you're all having a good day. Thank you so much for joining me again. Today I want to look at the supply chain. I read an article about China telling their citizens to prepare for a long, dark winter. In other words, you know, get your stocks up, get your supplies up in your home, because you may not be able to get what you need as the winter goes on. And we all know that those ships are sitting out there on the water with supplies that have been sitting there for months. And I want to know, you know, we haven't heard anything from our government telling us that we need to be stocking up or anything like that. But if one country has to stock up, and I've heard some things about Australia and them not being able to get certain things, so why are we not being told, you know, about what we need to do? I'm sure they don't want panic or anything like that, but I want to read the cards and see if we should be stocking up, even when those ships with the supplies in them are released or whatever. Are they going to be, is the food going to be okay? Is it going to be molded, you know, or whatever? Are we just going to have to take what we can get? So I just want a heads up, and I want to give you guys a heads up too. If we need to start stocking up, getting some extras, at least enough to last us through the spring, because, you know, in some cases we can, you know, we can plant some things. And, you know, that's another thing we need to be thinking about too, is, you know, we're relying so heavily on the government, supermarkets, that kind of thing. And all I know is, and I keep saying this, we have got to get back to taking care of ourselves. Like when our great-grandparents had their own little lots of, you know, their backyard. Maybe, and they could have been sharecroppers. That's what mines were. My grandparents, at one point, that's what they tell me. So, I mean, they did know how to grow things. They did know how to grow things, and I think that we should get back to that. And even if you can't grow if you don't have a lot of space, maybe you can put some things in your windowsill, or, you know, I know they have those different kinds of things that you can purchase to grow foods in. You may not have a lot, but maybe there's some things that you need to look for in order to prepare, you know, or start now and start getting the canned goods off the shelves and stuff like that you might need. But like I said, our government isn't telling us anything like that. But should they be? Should they be? Are they keeping it to themselves until the last minute? If you're not paying attention, you're just left out in the cold. Is that what's happening? So anyway, I just want to read on the supply chain again, and this is my second video about the supply chain, so you guys can go back and find the other one where as I talked about it. So today I'm asking the question, should we be preparing? Should we be stocking up, Spirit? Should we be looking for ways to make sure that we get what we need this winter? I don't know about you guys, but I live in the north, and yes, we can't grow in the winter time. You know, for those of you that are in the south, maybe we have a little longer growth period, but ours is over already. So if we haven't gotten if we had a garden, we need to have gotten what we could out of it, because we're going to be sitting ducks if we can't get anything out of it, you know, anything that we need from the grocery stores, any extras or anything like that. So this is for all of you. This is for me also, and for all of you. Let me know leave me a comment and tell me what you're doing to make sure that you have enough supplies to carry you through the next 3 or 4 months. And let me know if you're stocking up, or what are you doing? Are you sharing? In some cases, we're going to have to do that because everybody can't afford to just go out and stock up. You know, and I know that's probably a lot of us, you know, so we have to be prepared. And maybe, you know, like they said, like people say, this pandemic has opened our eyes to a lot of things. You know, we were relying on China to everything's made in China these days, and now we have the problem of getting our supplies to us. They're just sitting out there, okay? And even when it starts up again, it's still going to be a backlog. So what are we doing? They aren't saying that we need to do anything. So, you know, I think that I just want to look into it and see what the cards tell me. Okay? Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. And please subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And share this message. Share this message, because there are people out there that need to hear about it, you know. We don't want our family and our relatives and that kind of thing to be caught out in the cold without enough for the winter, you know. So even if you can pick up an extra can of something here and there, you know, that's fine. I've even heard about water. So, you know, maybe get some distilled water, stock up on your distilled water and that kind of thing. It's just to, you know, we may think that it's all conspiracy theories, but it doesn't hurt to have a little extra. So anyway, let me get on with the reading. So Spirit, should we be stocking up? Should we be stocking up? Will there be a demand that we can't supply to the people? Will we be looking for certain foods and things that we're normally used to having? Will the grocery shelves be full? Spirit, should we be watching? Should we be watching out and taking care of ourselves better? Should we be looking for things to add to our grocery list? Should we pick up a thing or two here or there just in case we need to help someone else? Spirit, speak to me, Spirit. Tell me what it is that I need to know about this situation coming up in the next few months. Should we prepare for the worst, Spirit? Should we be preparing for the worst? All right, thank you, Spirit. All right, let's see what we have here. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to lay them out first, and then we'll talk about them. So the first card we have is the Four of Swords. And we have the Queen of Cups. 10 of Cups. Judgment. Five of Swords. Okay, pull 2 cards there. We have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Magician. The Four of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. Okay. This first card, the Four of Swords, is telling me that you know, fours are pretty stable cards, but with this sword here, we need to think about, you know, how stable are we? How stable are we? How long before the other three swords are going to fall? Okay, we're being kind of quiet to it now. We're not hearing anything about it right now, so we're kind of all just, we're sleeping on it, and we're not clear. But we need some kind of some kind of resolution, some kind of clarity about the situation, in which we're not getting right now. Okay, and I have, the next card up I have is the Queen of Cups. I take this Queen as being kind of a spirit guide, in a sense, that's saying to us, you know, I'm here. Yes, you need to, I am the one that, she's, this particular queen is the one that's very, she has a caring sense about her. She takes care of everything. She is an emotional queen, and you can see she has that cup there in her hand. In other words, she's going to help us. She's going to help us through this. So the first thing I'm getting concerning this whole spread is that, yeah, there will be some problems. It won't be smooth, but we're going to be guided through it for the most part. So remember, we're not really hearing anything right now. Our eyes are closed to really what is going on here with this Four of Swords. We're kind of sleeping on it, or our government is sleeping on it. The foundation for the reading is the Ten of Cups. A Ten of Cups. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of food or vegetables that's being grown here, which is one of the things that you know, I just spoke about, is this time that we start our own vegetable gardens and that kind of thing, so that we can take care of ourselves and not rely so much on the grocery stores being filled. You know, maybe we need to start picking up some seeds and getting some pots to put in dirt to put some seeds in for growth, in case, you know, we live in a cold climate, or we don't have the room outside our homes or apartments in order to grow things. So this is showing us right here, the foundation is, it's time that we start thinking about growing our own vegetables and things to take care of ourselves. In the past, I have the Judgment Card. Now, that Judgment Card to me is, and this is in the past, it's telling me that we have to let go of the past, let go of the way things used to be, because things are never going to go back to where they were in the past. We need to assess things. We need to assess things and see where we are and see where we need to be. So this is really giving me a heads up. It's giving us a heads up. Stop and think about what's going on around you. That's exactly what this card is saying. You know, stop looking at the way things were in the past. You have a chance right now to do some assessing and think about how you're going to make it through the next 3 or 4 months. And it's not just about the next 3 or 4 months, but in the future. Everything seems to be changing. In the future, how are we going to make it through? You know, maybe this pandemic has has done some things that's, you know, woken a lot of us up about what we need to do for self. Okay, the next card I have up here, crowning this whole reading, is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. Now, as you can see here, this guy, he's been taken apart. The swords. This is just telling me that there's going to be a lot of chaos going on. There's going to be things happening that we're not used to come the next 3 or 4 months. And there's going to be a lot of chaos, a lot of bickering, and that kind of thing. And we are talking about the food chain right now. Okay, the supply chain. Mainly, I'm thinking about, you know, food. Will we have enough food? You know, the other things we can maybe do without, but we do need to have food and water. And it looks like there's going to be a lot of bickering going on. Now, this is going to be going on, of course, in the government. They've got to try to figure it out. And you know, the people are going to be, of course, trying to figure out what they're going to do and what's going on. But hopefully, this will help some of us prepare. Okay? Next card up I have is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this Knight of Pentacles, as you can see, this is in the near future. So he's analyzing things. He's thinking about the money. You can see there that he has the money at his feet. But he's pretty much standing there trying to figure out what to do. This particular knight could be someone in the government in the near future. Because let's be honest, that's what we're dealing with. That's why we're having these problems, because of some things that's happened, some rules or laws that they have made in the past, and we are now dealing with it all, you know, as a people, as the United States of America, and our government isn't telling us what we should do. But some of us, not some of us, but a lot of them, they don't have to worry about the supply chain. They're going to get what they are going to get what they need. And this person that's standing here, to me, he looks well dressed. He has enough money. He has enough money to throw away. Okay, so that's the near future. That's the near future. And we talk about people like the middle class. The middle class, they don't have money to throw away like this. Even the, you know, we have the rich. They're the only people that can throw their money away and keep going. Okay, so we're getting, in the end, you know what, I think that in the end, a lot of people are going to be, there's going to be a lot more people down as far as poor goes, because if people don't start doing what they need to do to take care of themselves, we're going to have a lot more poor people, a lot more homeless people. Because of mandates and that kind of thing, people are losing their homes, they're losing their jobs. Okay, and I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I look at this knight here, and I think, oh yeah, you got it going on. But what about the other people? Okay. Okay. Next card up I have, as far as for the United States, is the Five of Pentacles. And as I just said, there are going to be people that are going to be left out in the cold. Definitely. Look at that card there. He's running around with somebody's head in his hand, which tells me that there are going to be people walking around not knowing what to do. Okay? You know, and I wonder too, I have to throw on that, but what about, you know, will they be given another stimulus? But even if they give another stimulus, we still need, people are still going to need things, food to eat, and that kind of thing. So that really doesn't help when it comes to the grocery stores being empty and that kind of thing. In the environment is the Magician, and he's about action and manifesting some things. That's in the environment. But with these cards around me, I got a feeling that this Magician is really not into manifesting things. He's more the kind of magician that's gonna keep things unstable. You know, he's gonna be doing things behind our back. Like you see the crow over him there. That's a black crow. I think that with this card here, it looks like he's trying to get away with something. I think that magician in this particular case is not going to be the magician that's going to be manifesting success, and it makes you wonder if that those ships are setting out there, those supply ships are setting out there for a reason, because this particular magician, I get the feeling is he's more about manipulating in a negative way. Yes, he is. That's what I'm hearing. He is. Okay. In the hopes and wishes, we have the Four of Pentacles. And you can see there, that looks just like people in the government. You know, maybe some of our senators or Congress people or whatever. You know, we don't seem to be getting a lot of help these days for almost anything. Like I said, they don't have to worry about things. I'm sure they'll get what they need. But we as a people, we're hoping that things get stable and things get better for us. At with that Four of Pentacles there, I'm going to say that it's going to take at least at least the next 4 months that things are going to be unstable. You know, and if we aren't feeling it yet, I'm sure some states are feeling it, but it will be, we will be feeling it. It's just a matter of time, because you can't leave the supplies out there on the docks not being able to unload. And when they do, who says that the supplies are going to be any good without there being any consequences to that kind of thing? So, yeah, but we're hoping that things will be stable. But looking at that card, I'm going to say at least the next 4 months, we're going to have to be on our P's and Q's. We're going to have to be watching and making sure that we can get what we need, because I don't see things getting better right now. The final outcome, I have the Page of Wands. Now, this Page of Wands, pages are all about messages, bringing messages and that kind of thing. But this particular page, is is running from the devil. He's running from the devil. So that's not a good sign as far as that goes. So I don't think the news that we will be getting won't be good news coming up again. But then again, you know, like I said, it's kind of up to us. The card that I have on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands, which is telling me these wands are all about action and actions. And this Eight of Wands is telling me that, as you can see, those birds are moving in pretty quickly, that things are going to start happening fast now. we will start noticing some things coming in, happening pretty quickly now. And it's just, I just want to pull a few more cards here to see if there's anything else that we should know about this particular situation, Spirit. What else should we know about this particular situation? Okay, I have the Ace of Wands, which is really a great card. So I'm seeing that there will be a new beginning, but probably not until the next 4 or 5 months. You can see there that there's the 4 books on the table there, and I guess, well, probably Congress or, you know, is going to be bickering over what we're going to do next. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, and we have the sun coming up. So this won't last forever, but I will say in the next 4 or 5 months, we're going to have to be very cautious and watch what we're doing. We're not going to have the extras that we normally are used to having. And as we all know, things are just getting crazy as far as the cost of things. You know, people just are not going to be able to afford certain things. So, but it's going to take 4 or 5 months before we get through that. And that is the cold, dark winter that China is telling its people to prepare for. But you know, I wonder, why aren't we being told to prepare for the same? And I'm sure if when it gets down to it, you know what they're going to say, well, we didn't want everybody to panic. Well, that's not doing any good when people are left in the cold without knowing what to do, and then all of a sudden they can't find what they need. So guys, please share this video. Let people know that they need to be doing some things to take care of themselves, even just buying some seeds, buying some potting soil and that kind of thing. If you can't grow it outside, if you can grow it outside, then, you know, think about doing that, because, you know, I don't know how bad it's gonna get, but you know, before those other sores fall. But I'm saying, I know that it's gonna take another it's gonna be 4 or 5 months before we're through all of it. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.